You know what the difference between ignorance and empathy is?
What's that?
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care.
All right. Mediocre, but that's a good one.
What
Doc
do you mean?
Smiling.
That was literally Googled highbrow intelligent dad jokes?
You specifically Googled that?
If someone were to specifically Google those phrases, I bet you would find the joke I just said.
Bottom half for me. Of all your jokes, bottom half.
Do we need to start doing a poll?
Maybe.
Do you got a Rushmore for his
Rushmore
jokes?
5 for jokes? I'd have to go through them.
That would require a lot of
Hey
shit.
guys, welcome to Second Office. Your host Alex, George, Doc, Sodie, Brandon. How good does Brandon sound still? Yep, there he is. sounds great. Guys, what's going on? Hey, rough week for us Vikes fans, but otherwise, football aside, just for the moment, how's the week?
Wait, I was going to say, what happened with the Vikings franchise, I think, is the least traumatic and tragic thing that I experienced this week.
And it ain't over. And it ain't over, baby. So great. Outside of football, what's going on?
Most of it happened today.
Oh.
In between the last time I saw you or talked to you earlier today,
Yeah.
I think, and
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
It snowed.
Yeah, big time.
Is it big time?
It is for me. How long does it take you to get here?
I
you know
work
how many counties I get
close
to
by.
find out are giving driver's licenses to people?
I'm going to ask you this, but I'm not going to let you answer.
Let me ask you a question. And that's it.
And he's back.
That's the question.
And that's it.
Never missed a beat.
So crazy stuff in the past week, but in the past day even, not football related. Care to elaborate or not?
In the past day even?
I don't know. You said.
For those that my day job interferes with, I apologize, but you know who you are. Good looking out. I appreciate everybody. It's been a very busy time at work, actually. And believe it or not, a few of the boys are big sports fans. As you guys know, Owen, buddy of mine, one of my most solid assets I've got at work on a daily basis.
Has his Kyler Murray opinion changed?
So listen, kind of like I used to do with Vikings fandom, I'd set it on a shelf and I would grab all of that Patriots gear that my cousin Peterson would send me from New Hampshire.
Peterson.
No, dead serious. He used to
art.
send us Super Bowl hats and T-shirts as a joke. Cal and I embraced it.
I bet he
and
loved that.
and decided that's our second team.
Yeah.
And so when the Vikings failed, I don't know if you know what that's like, Doc. We used to have a second team.
No,
because
no.
we were prepared for. Oh God, what's the right word? A letdown.
Failure.
Heartbreak.
Failure. Call it what it is.
Dude, I screamed at myself in my own head at my work desk today about how you'll never understand what it's like to be a football fan unless you truly cheer for the Vikings. I understand that one person and colors that are appeasing to the eye drew you into fandom, but I promise you,
It's because of the purple.
I do.
No, it's the green and yellow, baby.
Oh.
I thank God,
There you go.
our Creator and His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, about 6,000 years ago when they did this whole deal, that Georgie came over enough Sundays that I got him away from his dad. And he found, because honestly, Georgie, when, and it will happen in our lifetime, because it's too marketable now. It used to be if you were the best team. Now it's like, who's not paying for NFL subscriptions? That city's going to do really good at football. Name Minneapolis and Detroit.
That's a hot take.
All these Midwesterners are like, we ain't paying for Prime. We ain't paying for this. I guarantee you, the only success, dude, the largest, I think, drop in viewership you saw when the NFL went to streaming services was in the Midwest, which is why you are seeing Midwest teams succeed. They will pump markets that are drowning. If Detroit ain't buying Prime Thursday night, guess who's playing Thursday nights? And guess who's winning them? Them Lions, baby.
Who ignored the Northerners
My dad,
more?
former co-workers, everybody said, I ain't signing up for all this stuff to watch football.
Sodie.
Guess who signed up for everything this season?
You gotta play the music, man.
I don't have it over yet. Who ignored the North more? The NFL or the Kamala campaign?
What do you mean?
Hey-o!
Is that politics?
Oh my
Hot take.
God.
Sorry. Continue.
Dude, don't be a sore winner.
What do you mean?
You voted red.
What are you talking?
No.
Really?
I voted Kamala.
Oh.
Kamala's Kamala.
What's her name?
It's one of those two.
Wait, hang on.
He doesn't even know the name.
Kamala.
Just checking.
Kamala.
You voted for her?
Yes.
What's her first name?
Kamala. Kamala Harris.
The second office is owned by multiple entities and ideas, and we welcome all.
You're
as
the one.
guests.
You're the one who asked. Anyways,
No,
you
I-
continue. You did.
No, you brought up
Oh,
politics.
you voted red, didn't you?
No, you brought up politics. Did you not?
I made a joke.
About what?
I made a jokey joke.
No, but anyways,
we were talking sports. Weren't
I
we?
want to circle back to how you
I
say.
have AD. You can't do this. You
Hey,
know
hey,
how
no,
I get
no,
derailed.
No, let me circle back. Let me
Don't
circle back.
lubricate the track to the right.
Yeah, take it, Doc.
Just so you know, this is my.
All yours.
You grab right
Wow.
here.
Doc, we're circling. Circling back. We're circling back.
I just want to say that you were talking about how fortunate and lucky you were that you stole him enough on Sundays to make him a Vikings fan. The first thing out of his mouth when I got here today was, "Man, that's a really nice sweatshirt."
For my dad.
He owns
No,
the company
I said
that
for my dad.
makes
No, you said for
them.
you.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I friggin' didn't. I said, man, that is a sweet sweatshirt for my dad.
You think the owner of
You won't-
Sitka
you
makes
can wear
every
it.
or
My
wears
dad's a Packers
everything he
fan.
makes? No, he makes some stuff for people that like weird shit. We made a green and gold hoodie for people. We
love
want
heartbreak.
Yeah, we want to be
It's a thing at
marketable.
this point.
Everyone's welcome here.
So do you make a good point? And I do want to ask Doc and Brandon, what is your worst heartbreak as a Packer fan? And would you agree that I would, before even hearing what it is, doesn't hold a candle to us?
Wait, who would you rather see win next, the Packers or Kamala?
Can they answer my question first?
Sorry.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Biggest heartbreak as a Packer fan?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. This is going to be directed at the Aaron Rodgers era post 2011 Super Bowl run.
Percocet, baby.
'Cause
When you went 15-1?
Where we went 15-1 and we
we.
lost in the playoffs.
You were there.
He was. He totally
Mm.
was.
Ah!
That was a heartbreak. The onside kick that could have gotten us in field goal range, and what was his name? Crabtree.
Yeah,
whiffed
Mike
it
Crabtree.
off his.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mike
Gus
Crabtree.
Farrat.
Yep, whiffed the kickoff, and yeah, that should have been a no-brainer.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember
Yep.
that well, actually.
Last Sunday was a pretty big disappointment and heartbreak.
So would you
Wait,
guys
what happened?
Would you guys agree that
Wait,
I'm
hang on.
correct? They lost to the Bears at home, and it was,
I was
great.
cooking chili in prep for the Sunday night.
But Jordan Love wasn't in. Yada yada yada. Anyways, would you
No,
guys
no
agree that that doesn't hold a candle to the top 5 heartbreaks Vikings fans have had?
I think that's only probably because we have won a championship and in our lifetimes.
Multiple.
So we have seen that.
It makes the shortcomings worse and worse
Right,
the
because-
longer we don't win a championship.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like every heartbreak is
Yeah.
just like, oh,
Yeah, that's
it was
true.
our year.
That's true.
Yeah, the Vikings, just you're putting a hat on a hat every year, every
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, we
Everybody talks about the gal that gave it up on the first date. Yep. That's our favorite.
Okay. In the
Not the one you worked for, courted, fell in love with.
in the spirit of both of us lamenting last week because it was bad, we've added a button. So it is not only now just, it is now also.
Yeah, it is.
So
Like I said, we market to all.
we did it.
Do we not have a
Not
them-
yet.
for
I
them
like-
lions?
Great idea though.
Yeah, I think that's it.
That was like a cheetah or something, probably though.
Sorry.
That was my cat.
Me, wow.
Me, wow. Okay, guys. Brandon, we didn't. How was your week outside of football, Brandon?
Oh, it was busy. I mean, first job kept me very busy. My daughter's in basketball. She's a youngster, so it's her first try of competitive team sport.
Wait, your first job is raising your kid? Lucky?
I know.
Yeah, you went right into that.
Um,
He's right.
But yeah, no. So I get to take her to basketball every week, and she's out there having such a good time, and I'm just sweating on the bench, and I'm, from the sidelines, just like, come on.
Is that when you're pumping out all the TikTok content?
No. I'm laser focused on her.
She-
I am
is she
laser
draining
focused
threes?
on her. No. She's
No.
Can she dribble with
She's,
both hands, or are we dominant?
she does both. Yeah.
Hey, nice.
She has good coaches, so But when it comes to being in the game and moving and trying to get open, I just want her to try a little harder. But she's trying her hardest. She's doing so good. I'm so proud of her.
Is this
Never hurts to just push them to the limit too,
So-
and tell them that the only way you love them is if they do good at this.
That's what Doc wanted, and a gymnastics coach.
Hey, and you know what? It's worked out because
Wait, you wanted a gymnastics coach to
Doc-
push you?
For Lily.
Doc is super good at gymnastics now because of it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to see a big boy get on some uneven bars,
When they wrap around,
dude, I got a trick for you.
when they wrap around using the waist in no hands, your belly comes in handy and swings you
It's like
right
that
around.
scene.
That's
It's
right.
like that scene from Old School.
Centrifugal
at the end
force.
where-
Wait, what?
This could be a
What
situation.
kind of force?
Centripetal,
What?
whatever he said.
No, what's it called?
It's whatever he said. I was
No,
trying.
what do you call it?
You've corrected me on this.
No, what do you
before.
call it? Yeah,
Give
I don't
me-
know if either one of you know what that's.
okay.
We don't.
Give
What's
me
it called?
Give me a sec. Give me a hot sec. Centrifugal.
up.
Centripetal?
Cent-
Okay, that's your guess.
It's
Yeah.
centrifugal.
Wow.
Hang on.
I'm having a stroke.
Doc, what's your guess?
I'm having a
you
stroke.
said centripetal.
Or is it centrifugal?
It's
So do you want to change your
trickle.
answer to centripetal?
Trickle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doc, what's your guess?
Centrifugal.
Brandon, do you want to tell him?
Centrifugal.
Centrifugal, like centrifuge. Like
Yes.
And it's a G. And it's a freaking G.
there's no P's, no centripetal.
I was
no,
wrong both times.
No one.
Whatever.
Shit.
No, it's cool, man. I just realized I own a business with you guys. Brandon, what are you
Yeah.
up to? I'm just kidding.
He wants a clip out of this
Yeah,
so
yeah.
bad.
Yeah,
No,
it
it's
does.
fine. It's
It's not
fine.
happening.
You'll get your clip.
Best part
it's
is
very easy now.
that you guys graduated high school, probably attended college, got degrees, didn't you?
Mr. GED.
I did something in college.
graduated.
Oh,
You
good
graduated.
for you.
Okay.
Do you guys have the Jersey Mike's app yet? You know, there's people that still
Yes.
don't have that.
Yes. Yeah, everyone should have that. It's true. I used it yesterday.
No, I'm dead serious. Somebody ordered Jimmy John's and they're like, God, I'm so disappointed. I'm like, I don't feel bad for you.
Nope. No, I did it yesterday. I have a free sandwich coming my way next time I go there.
Do we have a deal with them yet?
Jersey Mike's.
I think if you say it enough.
Jersey Mike's. Jersey Mike's app. Okay.
Hashtag Jersey Mike's.
Okay, so the Vikes lost 31-9 to the Lions. Let's start with that.
God, they got 31 points.
They scored 31 points. We scored 9
I
points.
blacked out at halftime.
Sam Darnold, who's looked very much, man, like at worst a top 10 quarterback, and for a large part of the season, top 5 even. He's been amazing, and he looked like Jets Sam Darnold, and that's concerning. However, Doc, Brandon, you've brought it to my attention that there's some crow to eat, and I'm happy to. So, Brandon, if you have them in front of you, you were reading off some comments. I would very much like to hear those comments, and Sodie and I we can. This is our chance to maybe go back on them, or maybe we're still confident. We'll see.
So we posted a TikTok video that did relatively well.
Pat yourself on
If
the
you
back.
haven't got a chance, go on our TikTok and go ahead and listen to it. It has over 2,000 hits on it. But just some of the comments. This video is specifically about how this was going to be a coaching battle. Sodie and I were going back and forth about how well KOC was doing in
Are
the
you-
season, especially managing the end of the games.
Are you filling
things like
space
that.
until you find the comments?
No, I got the comments in front
Okay.
of me. So
Don't
first comment from Tic Tac Taki. These guys know what they're talking about. Can't wait for the recap. And then immediately followed with, hey, can I get an update?
Wait, when was that posted? After the final score? Because if so, cheap shot.
Oh, yeah.
It
Yeah,
is
no,
a
no,
cheap
this-
shot.
these are-
And I guarantee you, we were not the only ones predicting high scores in a coaching battle. Everyone was saying Ben Johnson versus Flores, yada, yada, yada. And hey, for the 1st 3 quarters, it mostly was.
I said you guys would only put up 21. So
You were wrong.
Yeah, super wrong.
super wrong.
Everybody
I
was
did-
wrong.
Everybody
I
was
did-
wrong.
I was not wrong
So
about
Name
Junior
one
Gibbs.
person who predicted that game accurately, and I will personally drive to their house, shake their hand, and be like, nailed it.
Give him one of these cool hats.
Yep.
But I will tell you, I was right about Jameer Gibbs.
What's
I
the
knew
cheaper
he would
bar
be
chat?
star
The
of the
people
show.
that got it wrong or people got it right?
Brandon, you are correct. Jameer Gibbs was one of my biggest worries going into the game, too, because he carved us up game 1.
Don't
that-
say his name, dude.
Well, okay.
You're gonna wake him up.
Jam Gib. Jagib.
A few other comments. Laughed
Okay.
my ass off. Thank you. I needed this laugh.
Oh, we're so funny.
Bears fan.
We're so funny.
This aged like warm milk.
Milk was a
this
bad
was the
choice.
Used as a sourdough
Yes,
starter,
day after.
very valuable.
5 straight losses to Campbell. How the hell is KOC better than Campbell? Go Lions.
Wait, we have
guess
5 straight losses to Campbell?
Why are you talking away from the mic?
According to that, guess they forgot who Sam Darnold really is. And then we posted yeah, Sodie and Georgie don't get it sometimes.
You fuckers.
meaning and then so this guy Dusk was like, meaning Darnold is actually the Jets' Darnold deep down. He doesn't have a sack to handle the pressure. And Second Office Podcast posted that is Doc and Brandon's take. Next comment from Navin. Woof, this aged like milk in record time. So the milk theme continues to go.
Milk doesn't age faster than it can.
By the way, Google in your county if it's legal to buy raw milk, like from an Amish person or a cow. It's illegal to buy milk from a cow. Why? Why does it have to be homogenized?
DT Chief 72. Laugh out loud. I still think no one can. You still think nobody can handle your offense?
Your team's the John Cena of the NFL. Good for you.
Here we go.
From out of nowhere.
The Blue Wizard of Detroit. Man, you folks are really wrong. Vikings were brutalized. Vikings QB can't even throw 10 yards.
I'll show his sleeve before he can throw 10 yards. I promise you.
And then there was a comment back saying, not all of us, Sodie and Georgie, are purple from choking.
Why are you guys just feeding it?
Asphyxiation is a popular kink for a lot. Don't kink shame me. That's my kink. That'll get me going.
Thank you, Sodie.
Trevor Charbonneau said, that's crazy to say when we've banged up defense, a slot corner lockdown, your guys, your number one receiver with no TD. You had a healthy offense besides one lineman.
Charbonneau is crazy to say. Why don't you comment on hockey, you French Canadian fuck? Sorry.
I think we should wrap it up there. I mean,
oh no, yeah.
This is why I didn't play video games on the internet.
How many touchdowns the Vikings score? Go Lions! And that is from American Viking John. There's more. We can continue to go. But,
he has Viking in his name, but he
American Viking John
is cheering for the Lions.
Yeah.
God, I don't know who's paying for that AI software, but they need to bump up the price.
Yep.
The names
line up. Yeah,
they're bad. Okay. So, so sure, Jefferson's stats weren't there. He's first team All-Pro, which is great. That's congrats, JJ. That's awesome. Aside from that, he was missed on a touchdown, completely overthrown. Darnold could have had 3 touchdown passes in the first half if he made his first read. I want to bring up the video by Brian Baldinger, Baldy's videos or whatever he does. He breaks it down, and it's after Ivan Pace's interception at the 5-yard line. First play is a pick play. Naylor runs a pick. Addison runs a quick out to the pylon. That is Sam's first read, and it is there. There is no one within 5 yards of Addison, but he turns around and starts running for his life and airmails something. And that happened 3 other times. Darnold was not the Darnold of this entire season. It wasn't the Lions defense. The Lions defense played well. Sure, they rose to the occasion. It was a very chippy game, but the Vikings shot themselves in the foot as much as they could have.
So my observation from this game, especially in the first quarter, is Dan Campbell he never stopped blitzing. He was like, we are putting Darnold down as much as possible, and we don't even care.
And it worked. Absolutely worked.
Yeah, and it absolutely worked.
Yep.
And there's a clip from when Darnold was with the Jets where he even said out loud, he's like, I'm just seeing ghosts out there.
Yep, I know. That's what it seemed like. It's absolutely what it seemed like. I know. So I'm worried that that's the blueprint for Darnold at this point. Sodie, very briefly, because I do want to talk about this week's matchup because the future is what's in front of us. We're not worried about what's behind us. Who needs week 17 in the NFL? It shouldn't have been there in the first place.
week 18.
16 was plenty. Game 17. Sodie, very briefly, what went wrong?
Well, it's like Brandon said, it's a crazy defensive concept. Hit a guy in the mouth early and often, and he gets rattled. Crazy.
Was this your theory or your go-to?
That's Mike Tyson's theory.
You can't word it like that with 7th and 8th graders, but we called it a show of force.
Yeah, what's Mike Tyson say? Everyone's confident until they get punched in the mouth or something? Everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth? Right.
And I think that we created a system all season that protected Sam and allowed him to do what he's comfortable with. I got to see a few interviews actually between Kevin O'Connell and Sam Darnold that shed some light on, I think, why Sam's doing so well. Every week, Kevin gives Sam a list of new plays he wants to input and gives Sam a big red marker. He can cross out anything he's not comfortable with. So literally, this guy is designing his own playbook based on what he knows he's good at, what he's comfortable with, and he knows he can execute. I think they brought more defensive pressure than he's seen all season. He got hit in the mouth early. He got shook. Me personally, I'm very thankful this happened week 17 and not week 1 of the wild card.
Yeah,
I
the
think
silver lining.
we've been riding high in the sky with diamonds, and we've been killing it. We've been having a great time. The locker room speeches are great. They're fun to watch. Sam's getting water baths. You know, Chief Keef, baby, get after it. All this stuff.
All that.
We needed a reality check that didn't punch our ticket home. We got that. I think that only is the most valuable way we could have learned a lesson. Literally, it felt like playoff football. That was the NFC Championship game, and we lost. The only difference is now we have time to recalculate, recuperate, regroup, and come back. The Lions are still on that purple Kool-Aid thinking they're king shit, and they just wounded us.
Think the shit
They
don't
bit us
stink.
in the kneecap.
Okay. Okay, great.
Dakota?
So, do you guys want to talk at all about the Packers loss to the Bears?
No, I want to hear Dakota's. I want to hear Dakota's take on the Lions and
Okay,
Vikings
Doc.
game.
For sure. What went wrong? Did you watch it?
No.
Well, then.
Yeah.
Never
Brandon, what's
mind,
yours?
Dakota.
I
Wow.
watched the first quarter, maybe first half, and then I started playing Call of Duty because the game was over.
Because you saw how the Vikings were playing? Is that the joke?
Yeah, I mean, Gibbs was killing you.
Not in the
guys.
first half. First half it was 14-9 or something. Or what? 10-6? That wouldn't be the
I'm
score.
pretty sure it was worse than that.
The
No, at
product,
first
product
half?
on the field didn't was not reflected by the score. I'll
First
just
half
say
was
that.
I also
like still
didn't.
two-score
I
game.
didn't care enough,
That's what I was.
I started
getting
playing
at.
Call of
That's
Duty.
what I was getting at.
I was eating pastrami bombs.
but
I was playing Call of Duty with you, and I
Scram
still had
bombs.
the game up on my
Scram
phone,
bombs.
and we just
Yeah.
watched Jameer Gibbs run
You
all
put
over.
the tablet to the side. And,
yeah, I kept checking it and kept getting the notification: Gibbs touchdown, Gibbs touchdown.
But you weren't
Gibbs
watching it, so it doesn't count. We're
and
watching
I'm
it,
like,
doesn't
man,
count.
I'm glad I didn't gamble tonight because anyone who didn't take Gibbs lost money.
Yeah,
George, I
100%.
wish that was accurate. You weren't watching, didn't count. We're watching it. Like if the ref just threw a flag. Doc was not tuned in.
Didn't count.
First down.
Still first. Another try.
No,
Try
but
again.
I want to go off of Sodie's take here, where like you guys are happy it happened in week 18,
Oh,
and so it didn't punch your ticket home.
yeah.
But did it not just give Sean McVay the plan to send his stud rookie linebacker after Sam Darnold all game?
Oh, Verse is having a crazy year, one of the best rookie
Yeah.
edge seasons we've seen, and he got after it the first time against us. So yeah, very much.
And that's one of your losses this year, right? Was to the Rams.
Yes,
Yes.
Lions and then Rams back-to-back weeks.
So
Yeah,
I don't know, because I also don't think that Rams team was healthy when they played you, right?
Why are you smiling so big?
no, they got healthy last minute.
Why do you think I'm smiling so big? I've been getting shit from you guys and all your friends all year.
Do
Doc,
you
here's
want
the
some,
thing.
you want to talk about what happened in Chicago?
Yeah, they lost.
will.
They look
We will.
terrible. I'm
will.
not
Let's
excited
not-
going
let's not
into Philly.
deviate.
I'm
just-
not super pumped.
I just feel like
I'm not confident going up
You're
against the
turning-
Philadelphia Eagles.
you turn
we
it
lost
into
to
a
them
Bears
week
fan,
one.
where
Yeah.
you're having more fun trashing us than you are.
I
Oh.
love it.
I can get
I
sensitive.
love it when your foot gets put in your mouth.
Listen,
Yeah, we've been waiting for it.
I will load a Traeger with hickory pellets, find me a common raven, prepare it properly, a good barbecue
common
sauce,
raven.
and eat myself a fillet of crow. But I will never put my foot in my mouth. That's disgusting.
My
So-
feet.
I got a
Quick
lot
question
of
then.
kinks. Feet ain't it, man.
Go ahead, Brandon.
Do you think the Vikings are going to win this weekend?
Can we get a
I
sec to
think-
get to that? I do
I
want
think
all
the
of our
Vikes
takes.
will be in the NFC Championship game.
I will too. Let's get to that. Let's get to
God.
that in just a sec. Let's get to that in just a
Okay.
sec.
I don't know who else is there with us, but I think the Vikes are in the NFC.
We're gonna get there in just a sec. Okay, yeah. I mean, we don't need to talk about the Packers, I guess, if you don't want to.
we
talk
can.
about the-
I-
We'll
I-
totally talk
What,
about
no,
it.
what I do
Let's
want
not-
to what I do want to ask is how is Love going to play? Has that been in?
Yes.
Has that status been in question at all? Like, did they rest him just because it didn't matter?
No, he logged a full practice today.
Okay,
Logged to full practice. Has been dealing with the sore elbow, but he was fine to go back in the game. They were just holding him out for precaution.
that's
last
what
week,
I
so
thought
Malik
because
didn't.
they showed him warming up a handful of times, but it looked like if they would make that decision out of necessity
Yeah, but
if Malik was hurt.
well, and there was nothing for us in that game.
I know. That's what I thought.
Yeah,
except for losing to Chicago.
great.
That's
Never.
Doesn't hurt me.
it doesn't.
Why does it matter? Make the playoffs either way. We were the 7th seed either way.
Yeah.
So the one takeaway I have from the Packers game is I really wasn't a big fan of how Matt LaFleur finished that game. He took unnecessary timeouts when he could have wound the clock down a little bit. He didn't let the Bears burn their last timeout at the end of the game, which led them up to another field goal to win it. I wasn't a big fan of how he managed the fourth quarter.
I'm with Doc on
better
that.
days
I
of-
don't care.
Yeah, better days ahead
It's
for Matt
week
LaFleur,
17.
but
Who gives a shit? Come on, it's the Bears.
Yeah, you wonder. I do wonder how much of that game warrants any analysis at all, and the answer is probably close to zero.
None. I mean, look,
The opposite of love
this game against Philadelphia,
is indifference.
it's going to, does the defense show up?
Mhm.
Right? How healthy is Jalen Hurts? Or are they just going to strictly lean on Barkley to run the ball?
Not a bad leg to lean on.
Yeah, and I think the Eagles are a team that you probably have to try your damnedest to make one-dimensional. Sell out on the run.
Yeah.
Right? Sell out.
So we'll see what
And I
happens.
feel like they can.
do
Either
you-
way, I also think this is a positive for Vikings fans if we expect our team to move forward in these playoffs. One of the top 4 teams are eliminated week 1. If you assume the top 4 teams are Lions, Vikings, Eagles, Packers, which I do. One of those gone week 1. At least one, I should say.
Who's gone?
I'm saying Eagles or Packers out week 1. That's great if we don't have to worry about them and we continue to move on. Because then it's theoretically just the Lions, right?
Wait, let's spend the rest of the episode where you guys make predictions and put a whole lot of merit and value on what
That we
you
can make videos about. And
Yeah, let's just spend the rest of the episode talking about Packers because you guys are playing the Eagles next weekend.
let's get there. Let's get there now. Yep. Let's roll right into
Let's do
it. Packers Eagles.
Doc, I'd like you to start. Brandon, fill in from time to time. Doc again, Brandon again, sprinkle some stuff on there, and then a whole lot of Doc at the end.
Brandon, let's get your Eagles opinion. We just got it briefly from Doc, and then I'm sure he'll jump back in.
yeah. So right now I'm looking at roster strength.
I did not.
and
know that.
I have to be unbiased with this. I know this is a new approach for you guys, somebody being unbiased.
What does that
But-
mean?
It means that I'm not looking at it from a Packer fandom perspective. I'm looking at it from a strength of roster.
It doesn't sound as
and-
fun.
It's not. It's not. It's
Sounds like shitty
it's lame.
I'm just kidding.
I'm
I'm
gonna
kidding.
hit it.
I'm
I'm
kidding.
kidding.
You're so hurt.
You're valued.
You are
I love-
so
I do.
hurt.
I love what
You're
you
like,
do, but I hate how professional he is because he makes me look like a homer.
Brandon, continue.
Sodie's over here like, why did I
we need
drive
the
down
homers.
here for this?
We need the homers.
I'm just cut me now.
we need the
Oh,
homers.
no,
Brandon, please continue.
Sodie,
Yes,
it's gonna be okay.
I know. The
And-
draft is in 3 months.
Oh, we're
And
going to that.
Or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
May.
9.
So here's the thing. I
5.
think if Jalen Hurts is healthy, I think the Eagles will win this game. I think they'll win it by 7.
Yeah.
I don't think the Packers are going to go into it lying down. But unless their defense can stop Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley.
Is that your
God,
fantasy
they're
squad
just-
this weekend?
No, but
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
the Eagles. Just checking.
it's the Eagles. But I'm just
Mhm.
saying they're at the top of their game for a reason.
How much?
And they have one of the best defenses in the league this season. So
Yeah, it's mhm.
all 3 phases of the game. If you look at it, the Packers are not.
What percentage of Philadelphia has Prime memberships? I can tell you right now if they're going to win.
That's a great question.
Is it more or less than
I
Green
don't
Bay?
know.
How much? How
You
much?
gonna look
How
that
much
up?
does it suck?
This is a metric.
Losing Watson. How much does that matter?
Who?
Watson.
I don't think it matters.
Oh.
I have not been a Watson fan. To
Me
be
either.
completely
He was
honest.
1F.
He was 1F anyway. Yes. That's a good one.
I think Watson
We have no clear cut
As-
number 2 because we have no clear cut number 1.
has speed, but
It's a great problem to have.
there's nothing.
We should fire
that
our
Dontavian-
entire wide receiver coaching staff because nobody can figure out
No,
who's
there's-
good.
Go ahead,
There's
Brandon.
nothing that he can do that Dontavian Wicks can't do better.
Is-
I like
is he a
Dontavian Wicks.
speedster?
I think he's a better.
Well, isn't Watson's deal like he's a speedster? He's going to stretch the defense and take the top off. He's that
speedster,
threat.
But I mean, look at how many times he has dropped passes that have been placed in his hands.
Sure, but do you not
You know.
do you not respect the speed? And does that
I respect the speed.
it
when the
theoretically
catching's there.
opens it up.
You could
The law
you could
doesn't.
run around. You could be roadrunner out there, but if you can't catch the ball when you're running it, what's the point of you being out there?
I will never forget rookie season, first play,
Yes.
Vikings Packers,
Dropped it.
week one, first play of the Packers drive. He had 4 yards on the D-back and he was gone for a 70-yard touchdown right through his hands.
Rodgers didn't throw to him for 8 weeks.
And he didn't throw to him for 8 weeks. Yep.
I'm surprised Aaron Rodgers didn't take him out to the back 40 with a buckshot to the back of
seriously.
the head because that
Can't
was
drive
awful.
on Percocet.
Yeah.
Watch him. Duped up on ayahuasca.
So Doc, how do you think it's? Sorry,
I
Brandon.
think the Eagles win this. I think the Eagles win this 27-20.
Yeah, I unfortunately think, I want the Packers to win,
What?
Yeah.
Same.
but I think the
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
I think
Out of
the-
nowhere.
I think the Eagles win 26-22 if Jalen Hurts is healthy. And you guys are going to disagree with this. I actually think the Eagles make the Super Bowl out of the
Talk about
NFC.
covering your ass. Jesus.
All right.
You're cheering for the other team.
Wow.
So
I'm not cheering for them.
Have some bias.
Well,
No,
Have some
like,
conviction.
my preseason pick.
you guys want to know truth? Like, this is the truth. I want the Packers to win. I'll be ecstatic. I'll fucking put my dick down on the table if they win.
We'll have to look at it. We'll have to.
I'll send you the picture.
We'll have to.
We'll post it on Instagram.
We'll have to, Sodie. It's fine. It gets to be our dicks if the Vikings win, though. Maybe we're all just throwing each other our dicks at the end of this weekend. Wouldn't that be great?
I don't consent to.
Wouldn't that be great?
It wouldn't be great.
I don't want a genitalia
Come on.
calendar.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what you want then, Sodie.
I just
What do you want from me?
Okay.
All right. So, can we get back to it?
Yeah. So,
the guy on the laptop's the one harnessing us all back.
like
here.
I
This is
said,
great.
sell out on Saquon is their best chance, right? Put it in, make Hurts throw as much as you can.
He's making the whole league. Saquon.
Take her from there. He is sure is, Sodie.
Smalls.
Okay. So who Packers? So say Packers win, and they would
play
get
Detroit.
they would get the highest seed.
Yep.
They
play
would
Detroit.
play Detroit the following week.
Yep.
And then how come Dan Campbell said see you in 2 weeks? The Vikes wouldn't go to
He's
Detroit.
he's not expecting the Packers to win.
Oh sure. If Eagle. Okay, that makes sense. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, Campbell's expecting the Eagles.
Oh, so he wasn't.
Tampa
So he
Bay.
wasn't just talking shit about the Rams when he said that.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
He's expecting the Eagles to win,
okay.
Tampa Bay to win, and then the Vikes to win.
Vikings.
Because
Dan
then the
has
Vikes
this-
would have to play them.
Dan has the script.
Yeah, he sure does.
Yeah.
He's got it. Okay.
He knows the subscribers.
Sodie, what's the score going to be for Packers Eagles?
I would want to check popular streaming services and their subscription rates in those towns.
Okay.
Whoever has the lowest will win the game. I promise you.
Let's assume that there is more Amazon subscriptions in Philly
Packers win.
with the score up.
How you guys' defense is doing? You got a lot of power on offense. I know Philly does.
Packers defense is good.
Philly's going to put up at
Couple Pro
least
Bowlers.
24, but I think the Packers get a 3-point lead and then a trash tutty at the end to beat them by 9. So call it 30 or 43-34 or 24-33.
God dang.
Yeah, there we
Okay,
go.
here we go.
And you think the
So wait, out of
Vikings- or the-
everybody here, I picked the Pack to win.
you picked the Pack to win. Okay, I was a little confused on your answer. All right, thank you.
Yeah, fuck Philly,
For real though.
dude. Fuck the Eagles.
Yeah, it's so
fuck their fans. Sorry,
it's a win lose
they
either way
fucking
for
tore apart our town. They're pieces of shit. They know it. They revel in it. It's fun for them.
Yeah.
Bills Mafia, they like getting hammered and smashing tables. Philly fans like destroying towns and causing fire. It's different.
and trashing old people. Our sweet old Millie.
Yep. Vikings World Order gets in trouble for selling some meth. Everybody's got their own thing.
Okay. All right. Yep. Go
Alec?
Paco. I have no idea. I think Philly controls it and wins in a Philly way, and I think it's close. I think it's a field goal game.
When the Pack win, I want a fucking cheesehead.
This is like a
I want a
24-21, I
cheesehead.
think.
I want to wear
I
it.
have one for you.
Yeah.
I have
Thank
one
you.
for you.
2017,
Are you in studio
24-21.
2 weeks from now?
I'm here for you every day.
No, I want you in studio, Brandon. I want to squeeze you.
Oh no, I wish I
I want
could.
to squeeze you.
Okay.
I'll be getting my family ready to go to Disney World.
Are you guys serious?
Yeah, they're doing that.
You know what'd be even more fun is if you invited another family to go with you. Hey, I got a threesome in mind.
You know, and I'm going during
Now it's a
I'm
party.
going during Pro Bowl weekend in
Seriously?
Orlando.
Hey,
So, more women, more children.
you guys can kiss off. Can't you guys can kiss once we're done?
You peel
It's fine.
off a couple of those blue things with the
Casotes.
strip on it. Say, go get yourself a funnel cake. The boys go check out all the different
Wish I had the damn
lagers
music.
of
Sodie,
the land.
Sodie, we're going to talk about the
Do a
Vikes
little-
Rams. We're going to talk
Do a
about the
little
Vikes Rams.
podcast. Hold on, let me take my shirt off.
Brandon, we're working them up. Stop. Vikes Rams. Sodie, kick it off. What do we
heard
expect?
2 bagged clips
What do we expect?
in the background.
What are we
of Brandon's,
expecting?
but no chip bags.
What do we expect?
For what?
Vikes Rams.
Vikes Rams?
Monday night.
What did I say for Vikes Lions?
43,
You said
30 something.
yeah.
That.
Jesus.
Vikes.
What's it coming down to? What are you worried about? What are you not worried about?
Streaming services. He's been over this.
I'm worried about Sam getting hit in the mouth because clearly if he gets hit in the mouth, he gets rattled.
Your worry is Sam Darnold.
I'm worried about our
Shouldn't
team.
it be?
Yeah, that's my worry.
I'm worried about our team. I think anybody's worried. I bet the Rams fans are worried if Stafford gets smoked in the dome the first 3 downs and they
Sure.
punt on 4th.
Sure.
They're probably concerned. I feel the same way. We live and die.
I'm talking
by our
about-
QB, baby.
Based off last week's performance, though.
Based off last week's performance, don't let him get hit. If he gets hit, he plays like shit. He did. We did not protect him the way we have all season. He got dusted. I felt bad.
Yeah.
He got hit. When he got up those couple times, I was like, dude, oh my God. With the money you've got in the bank, if there weren't millions of cameras and kids watching you, I'd just be like, I'm done.
Do you think we're going to be able to protect him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not worried about Jared Verse, the rookie sensation?
I don't think there's a single team in the NFL when it comes to a guy standing next to the guy next to him and wanting to play for him,
We were
and
getting
wanting
the
to
same
work
spiel
hard
from
for
last
him,
week. Let's go.
and wanting to go and drive through a wall for the guy next to him.
Yeah.
There is a team quite like the Lions.
Yeah.
But if there was going to be for one game and one game only, it's going to be us next week.
Let's jump to Brandon. Brandon, how's the game
Yeah.
going? What do you worry? I'm sure you don't
Can
worry
that
about
be
the
your
Vikings,
new
but
tag? Assumption,
No,
Brandon?
no. Here's what if I'm the Vikings fan. If I'm a Vikings fan, this is where I'm worried. I'm worried about Kyron Williams. I'm worried about Puka Cooper Kupp stretching the field, and I'm worried about that running back who, again,
I'm worried about anybody who
passes.
scored an offensive touchdown for the Rams.
here's the thing. No, Kyron Williams can catch out of the
Yeah,
backfield.
he's freaking hot, dude.
Jameer-
Quit saying his name. You guys talked about
saying.
Jameer Gibbs. Look what happened. Shut up.
I'm telling.
Stop saying their names. I'm worried
Stop
about.
saying their
I'm worried about
names.
their equipment manager. What's his name?
we
Well,
don't know.
if you're playing the Patriots, that's a real concern. But
God forbid their helmets got stolen and they had to forfeit.
But I'm also worried, because they have that smash and dash situation with Blake Corum and Kyron Williams. I mean,
George
they
used to do
just
that
need
at
the ball
Acapulco.
control. And here's the other component to this game that I think needs to be considered. I mean, the season's over. It is what it is. We're in the playoffs now. But you've got Sean McVay and you got Matthew Stafford, and they have been here before. KOC has not.
It
They've
always
also
matters.
been like
Neither has
4 and
Darnold.
It always
13.
matters.
Neither has
That
Darnold.
always matters at least a little bit. That's a good point.
Didn't they do worse than a lot of people last year?
A couple years ago, they won the Super Bowl together.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. So did the Packers.
That was a while ago.
Okay.
a long time
Sorry.
That
ago.
was 13 years ago. At this
Heinz
point.
Ward won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, it was like 3 years ago. Was it 3 or 4 years ago, Dakota? I can't remember. But the Rams won the Super Bowl with Matt Stafford and
Yes,
Sean
yeah.
McVay.
Yes, exactly.
They have been here before. They have got it in their blood. They can do this.
Yes, they front
And
loaded
to
for 1 year of success, and now they're that guy's still at the bar buying people drinks.
No, that's fine. Keep underestimating this because
I'd like to be at that
it
bar.
will-
Stafford's a good dude,
yeah.
but that's what's
I hear
happening.
I hear his wife is lovely.
Oh, stop.
But
I hear the opposite.
But-
Brandon, I agree with you. I do. You can't discount years and years of playoff experience.
absolutely.
It
And
matters
they
at
have,
least a little bit.
they have
If not a
just
lot
as
of it.
loaded of a offensive roster, if not better in the running game than the Vikings do.
What are your guys' thoughts on Brian Flores mentioned kind of in passing the first time we played the Rams? There was no discussion all week long of Puka Nacua practicing or even being available. I'm pretty sure it was game day or the day before. He pops up questionable. Didn't practice all week, but now he's questionable, and then game day he plays. So Flores did say, yes, that put a wrench in our plans, and that made it more difficult. Does not having any proverbial wrenches matter? Do we have a plan for
No.
Puka?
It's
No,
all
'cause
smoke
I
and
think
mirrors. If he's talking about it, he ain't concerned about it. He won't tell you what he's worried about.
it is the playoffs. If you're not putting everything out there, you'd be really silly to not plan for everything to be out there.
Don't be silly.
Well, I'm saying there's no room for a surprise like that. So obviously, having the chance to plan for Puka, I don't know, it's got to help a little bit.
Are you trying to push a new T-shirt?
Yeah,
Plan for Puka.
There's a T-shirt there somewhere.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
I don't.
Um,
We could put Puka shells on the shirt.
I don't know. I feel like if we do that, if we key on Puka, then Cup, he's been quiet-ish recently, but
You
then
don't
he
wanna pee
comes
or
out of
poo on
nowhere,
Puka.
and then I don't know. I'm telling you. So no, I'm with you. The years of playoff experience scares me, and what Doc mentioned too also scares me. Did Aaron Glenn just provide a little bit of a blueprint for getting to Sam Darnold and making him see ghosts?
Nobody was more excited about how well Aaron Glenn did than Aaron Glenn.
Well, yeah, of course. He might have just got a head coaching job.
He won't.
You don't think?
And
No,
one
loyalty
little hot,
exists in the NFC North.
one other hot take for this: Tutu Atwell. I think he's going to be a big slot receiver in the middle. He's going to keep that Minnesota defense confused.
See, we're supposed to be the ones doing the confusing.
What?
But this is another aspect of it. Is McVay and O'Connell know each other very well, worked with each other for years. So it's fun. There's a lot of different aspects that you can choose to consider, and you'd be right in considering almost all of them, especially for this game and the fact that it's playoffs. So I'm scared, but I'll give my prediction. It's going to be Vikings 27, Rams 20.
Ooh, like that.
That's right. Brandon.
21-17 Rams.
Shit. Doc.
23-20 Rams.
God damn it. Sodie.
33, 24, Vikes.
Okay, good. Awesome. It's going to be a fun
Do-
weekend, guys.
do
It's
you
gonna be a very
guys-
fun weekend.
So you guys love JJ McCarthy, right?
Yeah.
I think.
Anakin. We call him Anakin now.
Yep, so
Yeah.
far.
So you
Yeah,
guys,
that's a new
you
thing.
guys want him on the team next year, right?
Yeah, he will be on the
Then
team.
you should want Sam Darnold to not do well in this game.
No, I want Sam Darnold to win the Super Bowl.
No, Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl. JJ McCarthy's not on your team.
No, I
next year.
promise you,
Why
I
do you-
want
why do you
Sam
think
Darnold
that?
to win the Super
I
Bowl.
want to hear about that because there was a report that came out before we started recording. So, Doc, please enlighten us.
So I think the Vikings are, they're at a crossroads right now, right?
Wait, before you say this, in high school, when a girl you liked didn't like you, weren't you the type to be like, well, there's a lot of other people that like me out there? It's called creating a market. Yes, drive up the fucking bid so when the one guy goes, I'll sell everything for you, you go, okay.
Someone's putting it out there for a reason, for sure. But do you know what it is? Because it's juicy and it's straight from.
Is it a first? Because he'll never go for a first.
It's better than that, Sodie.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
No,
that
it-
wasn't mockery.
It sure was.
No,
And
dude, it's okay. You're salty
was
as
100%
fuck, and
mine.
I
I'm
don't know
not
why.
salty.
It's better. It's even better, Sodie.
Like God, the Vikings
Doc,
lost
continue.
one game, and you're fucking throwing a hissy fit.
I'm not throwing a hissy
Some
fit.
people call you out on social media, and we're over here crying.
No, I love it.
It's very sad.
I just said that we'll
Doesn't
win.
look like you love it.
I said that adversity is exactly what we needed at this point in the season. I'm glad we lost.
Doc, continue. What's the story?
I don't know what the story is.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I
Yes, you do.
I got it.
Doc,
So-
you do this. This is you. You are
I'd
doing
like Doc
this.
to do it. Yeah, let's go, Doc. You got
No,
it.
it's fine. I
You
mean,
also,
if-
you're
if
making
Sam
come on.
Darnold wins the Super Bowl, you guys are obviously going to say he's your franchise quarterback because you should, because he won the Super Bowl. You'll sign him to a very lucrative contract. You'll then trade JJ McCarthy. You'll get the first round pick you want for him because he's the best quarterback in this draft class.
Here's the deal. If Darnold wins the Super Bowl, I don't care if he plays like Jets Darnold for the rest of his career. It was worth whatever contract he got because he got us a Super Bowl.
Nope.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
Nope,
build a
nope,
statue.
nope.
Yeah,
I don't
totally.
want the one. I don't want the one.
I want the one. I
I
want
want
to start with
10.
the one. Yeah, me too. But I want to start with the one.
No one's ever
Okay.
won 10.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I want.
I want to
this-
start.
this-
I want to start with the one. But what does the report say?
All right, so this is from Bleacher Report, and it's mostly done through ESPN analysts. So the Minnesota Vikings could reportedly get 3 draft picks for rookie quarterback JJ McCarthy if they decide to deal the signal caller per ESPN's Mel Kiper Jr. Quote, there's a talk that JJ could bring 3 draft picks, which would include a number 1 overall pick, by the way. Mel Kiper
You hear that, Sodie?
said
Number
Yes.
one overall.
I told you.
We were, yeah,
It would have to be a top 10 pick to even answer the phone.
100%.
Conceivably, Minnesota could sign Darnold to a long-term deal and make him the team's long-term signal caller, even though the Vikings just traded up to select McCarthy number 10. But it would include 3 picks, one being the number 1 overall pick in the draft, which is owned by the Tennessee Titans.
So who puts that out there and why? Because someone's putting that out there for a reason. Like,
This is Field Yates, Mel Kiper Jr. These are credible ESPN analysts. So
They're putting it out there because the quarterback class for 2025 is trash.
Hang on, real quick. If Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, Brandon, what kind of deal do you sign him to if you're the Vikings? Because I franchise tag him for 1 more year, which means JJ stays on the squad.
even with the Super Bowl, I'm giving him anything he wants.
What are
if
you
he wins the
really?
If he wins the Super Bowl,
What deal did Trent Dilfer get?
I don't know.
Because they were realistic. They understood he was a fluke. This is not normal.
And they won on defense?
I love it. I'm all about.
Let me
I'm
ask you-
on the crazy train, but
But
I
they-
understand this is nuts that Darnold's playing this.
Okay,
well.
they also didn't win another Super Bowl. They did win another one later.
Yeah, that's what I don't want.
With a completely overhauled,
And I don't
different
think
roster.
Kwesi or KOC want one.
So by your logic, they should have signed Dilfer.
I think no,
That's what
not at all. Are you even listening when I talk?
you didn't listen to me.
No,
Yes.
he's saying thank you, Sam, for the 1 Super Bowl, but I'm gonna roll with JJ now.
But I'm saying that didn't
we'll
work.
franchise tag you
But I'm saying
1
that
year,
didn't work.
30 mil.
That didn't work for the Ravens. Is my point.
I think they're doing pretty
let
well.
me ask you this question, Sodie. What did Nick
Dilfer
Foles
was a long
get
time ago.
when he what did Nick Foles get? Because he's
Too
probably the
much.
most recent example.
Too much.
After he won the Super Bowl for the Philadelphia Eagles. a
Too
few years
much.
ago.
He got
What
way
did he
too
get?
much for what he was worth. Obviously.
went-
He got a.
He was overpaid.
I forget where he went. Or no,
Drastically overpaid.
didn't he stay with Philly?
I'll tell you. No, he didn't. He signed a 4-year, $88 million deal with Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's
4
right.
years.
Overpaid.
And it didn't go that way,
Wait,
right?
so wait, with
Overpaid.
That's not
Jacksonville, right?
overpaid.
Philly did not sign him again to a long-term deal.
No.
And he wanted a
No.
long-term deal. I bet he was offered a 1 year 28 and he said
was
no.
he was on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, okay, so we're
he
talking
decided to
about
test the market
Darnold's
afterwards.
deal is over after this year, right? If he wins the Super Bowl, you're the GM, what do you do?
Okay, so for 4 years,
Because I
88 mil,
franchise
Sodie?
tag him for 30.
So 4 years, 88 mil, very modest QB contract,
I give
even
him
a few years ago.
It's like a bonus. Thank
heard
you
I
for
said?
the Super Bowl. No, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yep, that's not a huge contract. That's not the contract that Darnold is theoretically looking at this offseason.
Okay, I'm not asking what he's looking at. If you're the GM and he wins the Super Bowl, what do you do?
Yes.
I franchise tag him for 1 year, 30 mil. Thank you for the memories.
Franchise
but
takes
you're
more than that.
But I
right
got
now.
a dude ready to take your fucking job tomorrow.
Pretty sure the QB franchise tag is more than that right now.
Okay.
What?
What do you do, Brandon?
Yeah, I don't know who are the most paid right now.
This is what I would do. If Darnold wins you the Super Bowl and I'm the Vikings GM, and the Tennessee calls me and says they will give me the first overall pick plus a third and whatever else for JJ McCarthy, I'm saying thanks JJ for sitting on the bench. You're going to get me a first overall pick now. I'm going to sign Sam Darnold to a 4-year whatever.
So you deal JJ first, and
Yes.
then Sam signed to a long-term contract.
Well, obviously you sign Sam first to make sure he's going to stay.
That's not the order of operations that you listed.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
Oh, you are
In-
accepting Jesus
in
Christ.
general.
That's good.
In general, keep going.
You said yours.
If Sam's going to sign a long-term contract with you and Tennessee calls and gives you a first, then you do that. If Tennessee's not calling to give you the first overall, then I'm not trading JJ and I'm not signing Sam Darnold to a long-term contract. They both have to happen together.
I think all these phone calls
Because then-
make us more confident in the decision we moved up to make last year.
Because then what I do then, you don't need the first overall pick. Guess what? There's going to be another quarterback-thirsty team who wants Cam Ward or Shador. They're going to give you a boatload of first-round picks. You trade back.
Yeah, flip it back
And
for a
somebody-
shit ton.
When I outkick my coverage and get a chick that's hotter than me, and someone tells me I can't handle all that, I hit it harder. I ain't saying you're right. I should get my value in. Hell no. I own that shit.
One second. And
you,
this
baby.
is why I'm so excited for you guys. I'm excited for the Vikings fans because yet again, you're going to have a great offseason. Yet again, you're going to get very excited for the regular
Let's
season.
talk about your
And
team.
yet again,
Brandon's
Why
the
are you
best- it's the-
deflecting? Why do you spend so
It's the
much
best
time?
part of the year.
This is everybody's show. We can talk about the Packers. Do you not want to?
we can talk about the Packers. What would you like to talk about?
What are you guys going to do after this year? Same thing, because you're not interesting. We have a lot of going on. And that's why we're fun to talk about. I'm just kidding.
And you have to.
They have more draft
We
picks
don't.
than us.
Well, of course they do.
We have like 3.
They're owned by 40,000 people.
Isn't that great?
I don't know.
Isn't that the way it should be?
I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah. You guys are more consistently
Absolutely.
winners.
The fans build this league. The entire league. They build it.
You guys could win 10 Super Bowls. I couldn't wear green and gold and feel
Damn
good
right,
about
Brandon.
It just doesn't look good on me.
This is because of us.
Why shouldn't the fans have stake in their team?
If they changed and rebranded and sold to the Mexico City Mules, but the whole squad was, would you be a Mules fan? Or would you cheer for University of Wisconsin Badgers?
Go Badgers, baby.
Would you go to the next highest form of organized football in that state because you're more in love with the culture in the state, or are you more in love with the roster?
I'm more in love with the culture of the Green Bay Packers.
Who made you fall in love with them? Brett Favre?
I mean, when Brett Favre came along, I was 11 years old. So yeah, it was very influential at that point in my life. And
did you own a pair of Wranglers?
Of course, I own many pairs of Wranglers.
I just got a brand new pair of Wranglers from Costco.
You put them on one leg
You
at a
can't
time.
go throwing a football in the backyard without a pair of Wranglers on. Come on.
When you retired, did you rest up against a 46 Ford and crack open a Coors Light and pet a black lab and say, man?
You guys, I put my jeans on one leg at a time, just like anybody else.
Yeah, and when I shake people's hands, I say, put her in the old vice.
And then I'd pull up my wiener.
Wish I do.
And take, that's right. Everyone has their hobby.
Oh, Brett. Oh,
this
Brett.
is mine.
Going
Believe it or
going
not.
back to it,
Yes.
I absolutely, because you got to be honest. If the Vikings came out and said, we are going to sell shares of our team to our fans, you guys would be the first ones in line to buy those shares.
Yeah, you kidding me? We talk shit, but I totally would.
Yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
Okay, we
It
were
brings
talking
that
about price.
community together.
Wait a
It
minute.
brings that community together in a way
I
can't
have an
explain.
opportunity to buy shares in that team. We could buy the license to own season tickets. We don't.
Fair enough.
We observe this team from a distance.
Guys, we were talking about salaries. What would we sign Sam Darnold for?
1 year, 30
okay,
mil franchise.
So Dak became the highest paid quarterback, first quarterback to make 60 mil. So what Mahomes makes like
Yeah,
50.
I don't want to do that.
I think Mahomes makes 50. Herbert, I think, signed for close to around 50. Is that right, Doc?
Doc's checked
Doc,
out.
you
He's
got the
watching
numbers?
Notre Dame football.
You got the numbers for me?
Love signed to a record deal.
10-10.
Yeah.
What did
He's no longer a part
what
of this.
did
How many collective Super Bowls do all those quarterbacks have
Wait,
in
Doc,
common?
why did you check out? Can we trace back to what made you lose interest?
you get more emotional than us, hands down.
yeah, talk
No,
about salty.
always,
You
dude.
completely
You
checked out of a
get
conversation.
more emotional than we
Do
do.
you want to know why? Because
Yes.
I don't. Because the emotion that you guys elicit from me is anger. Because
Then
the
be
dude
happy.
next to me is now like a gummy bear where he wants to be sweet when he's over here fucking sour half the
Sour
time.
Patch Kid?
And I just don't have it.
So
I
wait a
don't,
minute.
I don't have the energy for it.
Wait a
I
minute.
deal
Kid?
with it.
Would
all
you
day
rather
at my
I stay
first,
salty?
I deal with it all day at my first
I
office,
choose to be happy.
and then I have a small gremlin who goes through mood swings because
I got
she's a
those too.
3-year-old.
Yeah.
I've seen her.
So like I'm not here to deal with it here.
So I'm choosing happiness. Would you rather I stay pissed off?
I think the first mistake is taking anything he says seriously.
yeah. What do you mean?
Is the first
man?
mistake.
Well, it's not good content, though, either. If that's what the goal of that is.
Wait, didn't
It's not good
everybody love
content.
everything I said last week because I
You got-
completely
you got us-
committed
got
to
us
what I
pretty-
said?
Got us pretty fired up.
No, absolutely. It doesn't matter.
I'll stay home.
I would say
I don't care what you do.
I
right
will
now.
sign Sam Darnold to 60 mil if he wins us a Super Bowl, hands down. Give him the Dak contract. Fuck it.
How many years?
What Dak got 4 years. Let's do that. 4 years, 60 mil.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold's
I'm with you
27.
on that.
Yeah, he's 27.
I'm with you.
Give it to him.
I'm with you.
Give it to him,
Yep.
baby.
Pay the man.
Yep. Brandon, what do you would do the same?
I would do the exact same.
You would not,
if I'm the
Sodie?
Vikings GM.
You
1
would not?
year franchise tag. What's the franchise tag? I think it's about 32, 33.
I think Dak brought that up though.
I'd call it a bonus and 1 more year, baby.
well, isn't it a percentage?
Because I'm just telling you right now, I don't think Sam does what he did this year next year. I don't think that's a consistent product for Sam Darnold.
I definitely don't
There's-
think he does it if you franchise tag him and he does well
I
for
agree
you
with
in the
that.
playoffs.
Totally agree with that.
He's going to be
Yep.
bitter as fuck.
Okay. 2025 projected franchise transition tenders. QB 41 mil will be the franchise tag.
41?
Projected. Yep.
I'd do that.
Do that for 1 year.
You
But
think
I
he'd be
agree.
pissed?
I think
You think he'd be pissed 1 more year, $41 million?
If he does well for you in the playoffs, yes.
That's a 300% increase or 400% increase from this year's payroll.
Yeah, but he can get that in the offseason
Yeah.
if he does
Go
well.
do it. Go be this good somewhere else. I dare you.
Yeah.
fair enough.
You've tried. How many other teams?
3.
Right? Wait. Oh, hang on. Coordinators probably didn't know what they were doing. They haven't ever
Well, it was really
brought
only
talent up.
He could
To
have done
be-
well for the Niners. It was
yeah.
mostly
To be
two.
honest, it was
Yeah.
only 2 teams.
He
He was
could've
the
done well for
backup
He went
for
to
the
a guy that
Niners.
was tried and true and had won a ton of playoffs and Super Bowls and out of nowhere did well. No, I don't think he has. I've said this before. He does not have the success anywhere else that he does here with Kevin O'Connell. He stays here, gets a big fat bonus if he wins the big game, which would be sick. But I don't think he's dumb enough to think this happens in Jacksonville or this happens in Tennessee or this happens in Pittsburgh. This happens anywhere else. I think
So
he
you're-
understands this is a fucking purple Kool-Aid he's drinking, and it runs out the minute his address changes out of fucking Minneapolis.
So you wouldn't pay to keep him happy.
I would for
and
1 year.
And hold on, no, and continue success for the next. If this
I
is
don't
the
think his success
every
continues.
year-
That's
Let
what
him
I'm
finish.
saying.
Keep going, Brandon. If what?
No, I'm just saying because I don't think the Lions, the Packers, or the Vikings are going to be able to duplicate their success from this year
Agreed.
next year. It's
Yep.
just not going to happen.
Yeah, so I don't
Right,
want to be the
so-
guy that got
correct.
stuck with a paycheck because they had a fun fucking weekend. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
A lot of these
So
people
I-
have a blast and then they fucking marry this chick and then they lose all their
Noted.
money. Look at
Noted,
fucking
but
KC.
It
Easy,
worked
fella.
out.
So I'm trying to explain to you.
Ooh.
I'm trying to explain to you. While I don't believe all of these teams are going to be as successful, I do believe they're going to be just as competitive, and their records are going to come down to the final weeks. And I think if you have a quarterback and a plan for success, which they are executing now, and they can continue. I mean, their receivers are super young; they can do this for a couple more years.
Yeah.
I would pay for that success over the next few years and take the draft haul I can get for McCarthy.
And
I
see,
just would.
I think
'Cause
our
then you
eggs
can
are already
build
in
up
that
your
basket.
other-
I think we have
Yeah,
a
but
guy
you-
right now that no matter who throws the ball is going to look good, thanks to JJ. We put our money in JJ Jefferson. And now, look at Darnold. I think McCarthy's going to be successful. I think that we can get third-round quarterbacks. John David Booties are going to kick ass here for the next, as long as
I don't know.
Jefferson's
I
in
just think
purple.
I think that is very short-sighted. I think if you can
I
build
think we're
up
keeping
your,
weapons and knowing that if a quarterback drops, we'd rather have 4 guys to throw to.
I can
Because
t-
if we lose one weapon to
you
throw
can
to,
still, no, you'll still have that. Is what I'm trying to say. You're still going to have all of those receivers, but you have a quarterback that's been a full season in the system that can continue building rapport and confidence with those players.
So
I
this
think
is
Kevin's going to take
kind
the
of my
approach
thought.
with quarterbacks
But no,
that most
listen, you
owners and
gotta-
coaches
you
are
gotta-
taking
you
with
gotta
running backs.
stop.
They're a dime a dozen, get
got-
them on a rookie
Sodie?
contract and trade them when they're
You
expensive.
got to stop. You got to stop and let me finish my thoughts.
Yep.
Because you keep interrupting.
You're so good.
But again, if it's me, I'm dealing McCarthy because if I can get a number 1 overall pick this year, if I could even spin that so I can get more picks in the future and trade back, I'm now investing through the draft in my entire roster for studs to build around this guy.
I can tell
what guy?
you what.
Sam?
Yeah. So I can tell you
The
what.
overall health of the franchise couldn't.
But to
can
say build
only
around
get
this
better.
guy, this guy is being Sam Darnold, right?
Sure.
So you're going to take all this
Whatever
draft
quarter-
capital and build
to your
around Sam
point,
Darnold.
But to
That's
your
your
point,
plan.
no. But to your point,
Oh, I'm sorry,
any
that's what I thought I heard.
any quarterback can throw
Yep.
to Justin Jefferson.
I
Any
think we're going to build a
quarterback can
weapon
throw-
of offensive
But you're
weapon
go-
machine
the-
and anyone
but
can
the-
drive it.
But the rest of your roster is going to cost less because you're building it all through the draft with high round draft picks.
What's the most expensive position?
That's what the Packers have done.
What's the most
Quarterback.
expensive? Okay, that's what we're getting in the draft. We have them.
But you're not going to have to pay Mahomes.
No, we get him for
Money.
10 mil, win a Super Bowl, and ditch him.
So-
Or franchise.
So
tag him.
I can tell you my thought process if I'm the GM. If we win a Super Bowl with Sam Darnold, then I'm thinking it can happen again with Sam Darnold at quarterback. Quarterback's the most important position. This guy just did it.
Yep.
Logic would tell me it can happen again. I sign him.
Yeah.
I sign him. And in which case I probably trade JJ. And if he turns out to be Brady, then shit. But you can't fault me because we just won a Super Bowl and I had a huge Super Bowl boner.
No, that's why you signed Darnold for another year. He won a Super Bowl. Give him that fat bonus. Let him play again.
Yeah, long term.
Well, no, one more year.
Long
and
term.
if he loses 9 games,
Long term,
you,
baby.
you saved it. Okay.
So you're trying to hold on to both quarterbacks for another year plus all the other team players you currently have,
Yeah,
right?
I just want to make everybody happy. And it
It's
seems
not
impossible.
because
Well,
as
yeah.
you get 2 years down the road, a lot of these rookie contracts that are good right now are going to expire. And now you're going to have to pay a lot more.
We're gonna have to
Where
pay
you
Addison
could have
in a couple
backfilled those
years.
positions with a draft haul this year and next year.
Because you guys
That's all
don't
I'm
have
saying.
draft picks right now as it stands.
Yeah, we have like 3. And it sucks.
Yeah.
So that's why
And the
I'm saying
reason-
if Darnold does well in the playoffs, you do that because you've already traded the draft picks away. So if he does well in the playoffs, even if it's not winning the Super Bowl, if he does well and he shows that the last week against the Lions was the fluke and that's not what he really is,
Yeah.
then you do it. You marry the guy. He's only 27.
So last scenario.
Hang on, real quick.
Go ahead.
If he wins the Super Bowl, what do you think's more fluky? Him failing after this or him winning, being successful again? Because I think this success, and not to say I'm not a huge fan of Darnold. He's killing it. I think the success is the fluke.
No, I think it's
And I think a lot of people are convinced that he's a king now.
No, I think it's a lot what we've talked about before, where KOC can make quarterbacks. So I don't disagree with you on wanting to keep JJ because he's young and on a rookie contract.
Mhm.
Where I'm disagreeing is your current, like if I'm the general manager, I'm not a fan. It's my job. I'm the GM. I don't have draft picks. I'm not keeping both of them. If Darnold has done well and proves that last game wasn't a fluke, he can go win a playoff game or at least be competitive, and he's not the reason you guys lose against the Rams,
Correct.
I'm signing him.
So you're looking at JJ as a potential another Turner on the edge and a Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, if we hit on a first and a
Theoretically?
second or something like
That's
that.
what I'm saying. You trade
two-
JJ,
yeah.
you get the first overall. You guys don't need the first overall if you just sign
You
Sam
trade back
Darnold.
for too late first. Yeah,
Yes.
And we got the two
Yes.
top rookie
oh,
corners.
for first overall.
all right,
what-
all right. I might be able to. hang on.
For first overall,
Pour
what,
me
what
another
does
one of these
history
drinks,
tell us?
Doc.
2 or 3 thirds at first at least.
Sell me
Yeah,
on
I think
this
if you have
idea.
the first overall, you can fall back into the teens, pick up a 2026 first round pick, and probably a second or third.
I want some starters in the trench, baby. Both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
I
can
wanna
fall back. You can
big and
draft an
sweaty.
offensive lineman with because you do have a first round pick this year.
His name's Dirk.
Then you can draft Ashante Genty, a stud running back,
Ashton.
whatever his name is.
Yep. Yeah, for real though. Is he not going super high though? You think?
No.
Hey, my cousin met him.
I've,
Shout
I've,
out
be
to
the
I've,
number-
Boise
he'll
State
be the
I've
Sox.
seen
number
all
one running
over the
back.
first round for him, but that'd be sick.
He'll
That'd be so
He'll be
cool.
the number 1 running back. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool. I'd draft him in every fantasy league. $60.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, 100%. That'd be great.
God.
And JJ for like $70.
Dobby's taking him in the dynasty league no matter
So-
what he said.
Is he gonna be able to? Is the question.
He's got the
all
first
this-
overall pick.
Oh, nice.
All this to be said.
Good
all
for
this to
him.
be said. Sodie hates Sam Darnold.
That much is clear.
No, all this to be said, you know what I hate is that. Why didn't you tell me you didn't like my takes?
You have the,
We got to communicate, man. This is a
you have
family.
the best. You have the best takes I've ever seen.
Well, the problem
All
is
Shake your takes for me.
I put effort into this,
Sexy
and I'm a
takes.
fan. And I like that we have non-biased Packer fans on here. But God damn it,
I'm biased.
Yes. Yes. 100%. We've been through it. This is what it does to us.
I hope
swear
you
to
know
God.
I love you, and that's why it frustrates me so much. This is why I get so mad because the whole time I worked with Alec at my first job, I thought he wasn't like other Vikings fans, and then I start doing this show, and I'm like, son of a bitch.
we have
He's
to be like
every
this.
other
We
Vikings
have to be
fan.
like
Doc,
this.
you please don't take any of it seriously. I talked so much shit about them last year, and I'm going to revel in the good times because we haven't had that many. And that's all. That's all. If I get carried away,
Doc,
throw something at me.
I swear to God,
Take my hand away from
I
the
hope
button.
this never happens. But if for some reason something happens to where you get bonked on the head and you lose memory of anything, the first thing I'm gonna show you is a Photoshop picture of all of us at Viking Stadium, and you're like, "This is when you decided you wanted to be a Vikings fan," and you look at it and immediately fall back to sleep.
Love you guys.